Gurubhyo Namaha. Today I want to speak about Kartika Mas, the month of Kartika. This holy month of Kartika is considered to be a very auspicious month. It starts with Deepavali and ends with Kartika Amavasya. This is also known as Purushottama Masa because both Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu are worshipped during this whole month. This phase of the year is referred to as Dakshinayana, and during this whole month it is for sadhana, a very important month for the seekers. It is also referred to as Sadhana Pada. Today, it is also the auspicious Ekadasi, which is referred to as Deva Prabodhini Ekadasi, and it is referred to as the day of awakening in the consciousness. So today, starting with this Deva Prabodhini Ekadasi to Kartika Purnima, it is referred to as the Bhishma Panchaka, the 5 days which are very sacred. Many people do fasting on all these 5 days and continue with their sadhana with dhyana, samadhi, and performing many austerities and pujas. Let's look at a little more detail on this month of Kartika. This starts after the new moon night of Deepavali, and as I said before, this is a month which is very conducive for sadhana for people belonging to all sects of Sanatana Dharma. But it is universal. Everyone who is following the Vedic technologies and who are aiming to raise their consciousness, then this month is the month for the sadhana. The significance about this Kartika Purana is mentioned in various texts like Padma Purana, Linga Purana, or Kartika Purana. So this month of Kartika, or this period, follows the Chandramana, where the moon is visible against the background of Kritika Nakshatras, stars. These Kritika Nakshatra, or the group of stars, are referred to as Pleiades in Western astronomy. These are 6 bright stars, and they cut through the darkness of the night skies in Dakshinayana. So this is the time period we call it the Dakshinayana. So these Kritika stars are referred to as Devatas, and it is said that they have raised Kartikeya, the son of Lord Shiva. In the great Purana called the Skanda Purana, it is said that there is no match to the month of Kartika, and there is no other place as holy as the city of Kashi. There are several stories associated with this month of Kartika in the Puranas which symbolize the significance of this month and the significance of the sadhana during this month, and how one can attain liberation by the end of this month. Here on this Ekadasi, Deva Prabodhini Ekadasi, Lord Vishnu, Bhagavan Vishnu, entered the state of Yoga Nidra, which is also referred to as cosmic sleep or just being completely self-referral. So Bhagavan Vishnu is said to have gone into this Yoga Nidra in the month of Ashadha, and then he is said to wake up in the month of this Kartika. Here waking up means he is fully awake within himself. So try to understand that this aspect of moving Mahavishnu, moving from Yoga Nidra, the cosmic sleep, to cosmic fully awakening, is symbolic of a shift in the energies of the planet, which are gradually moving towards the end of Dakshinayana and then preparing for a shift towards Uttarayana. So here, this period of Dakshinayana is referred to as the sadhana period, and for those who have not yet made use of this period during the Dakshinayana, that means who have not done enough sadhana during this period, now they get a chance to catch up with their sadhana in this Kartika month and also the next month which is coming up, which is the Margasirsha. Because the period of Uttarayana is supposed to be the period of enlightenment and liberation. So it is also in this month that Bhagavan Shiva is set to destroy Tripura Asura. So these Tripura Asura are actually three brothers, and their names are Tarakaksha, Vidyunmal and Kamalaksha. They are also said to be the embodiment of the three compulsive tendencies in the human nature, which become an obstruction for enlightenment. So Shiva destroys these Tripurasura on Kartika Paurnami, the full moon day of month of Kartika. So here Shiva makes the earth as his chariot, and the sun and the moon become the wheels of the chariot, and the four Vedas become the horses of the chariot, and Lord Brahma becomes the charioteer. The Mount Meru becomes his bow, and Bhagavan Vishnu himself takes the form of the arrow in order to destroy these three asuras. This is told in the form of a story, but this is an actual happening in the Puranas. And here it gives the enormous possibilities of destroying these tendencies of the human nature, compulsive tendencies of the human nature, and vanquishing these three asuras within ourselves during this full moon day, which is called the Kartika Purnima. During this whole month of Kartika, one goes through a vratam, a spiritual discipline, and they start waking up early in the morning during Brahma Muhurta and take cold water baths, and then one lights lamps during this whole of this month. I'll go into a little bit more detail in a little while. This Skanda Purana gives these many protocols to follow as a vratam during this whole month. There is a particular sloka given from Skanda Purana, which many people do it as jap or chant it many times during this month of Kartika. It goes like this: Kartikeham karishyami pratasthana janardana prityartham tava devesha damodara mayasaha. I repeat again: Kartikeham karishyami pratasthana janardana prityartham tava devesha damodara mayasaha. So here the meaning is, O Bhagavan, Janardana, who is the cause of all creation, I take bath during the early morning hours. Here many people take bath in the holy rivers like Ganga and other holy rivers during this Brahmi Muhurta time. And so the sloka further says, O Janardana, may it please you and lead to my well-being as well. There are many other festivals which also fall during this month. During this whole month, every day is dedicated to one devata, one specific devata. And then there are many people who pray to this specific devata on that day and continue through the whole month. So the different devatas worshipped here, or the gods and goddesses worshipped here, are besides Shiva and Vishnu and Shakti, there is also Subramanyeswara, then Surya Bhagavan, Durga Ma, Pitru Devatas, Bhagavan Ganesh, Durga, Kala Bhairava, Krishna, Gauri, Ashwini Devatas, the celestial physicians, Kubera, Yama, and then the 8 directions, Ashtadikpalakas, and Shiva again in the form of Mrityunjaya. So during this month, in addition to maintaining a vratam or the spiritual discipline, and also doing the fasting, especially on every Monday, the Kartika Somavar, and then the Kartika Ekadashi, and also the Purnima, the full moon day, lighting the lamps or the Deeparadhana is very significant during this time. It is also called Kartika Deepotsava. This lighting of the lamps is also referred to as Kartika Deepotsava. Here, the light symbolizes Paramatma, the transcendental eternal self, and the lamp itself symbolizes our body. So the significance of lighting the lamp is that we remove the ignorance within ourselves, we bring the purification in our mind and body, we remove the negative tendencies, and we get rid of the compulsive tendencies, which are the Tripurasura, the 3 asuras. We get rid of the 6 enemies within ourselves, the desires which are not dharmic, the anger, the greed, jealousy, hatred, bitterness and resentment. So this is a month of purification with intense sadhana, and then gaining this oneness with the Paramatma or the transcendental eternal consciousness. So this is the month to gain the self-realization and the God realization. So here the most significant thing is that we are moving from sadhana pada, that is where it is the period of sadhana, to Kaivalya pada, which is the period for liberation or enlightenment. And in the same vein, then we understand Dakshinayana is for purification and for sadhana, and Uttarayana is for attaining liberation and freedom. Here there is also the story of how Pitamaha Bhishma in Mahabharata waited on the bed of arrows because he did not want to die in the sadhana pada or the Dakshinayana. So he waited for the Uttarayana to come, which is the Kaivalya Pada, so that he can gain enlightenment. So here lighting the lamp is indicative of gaining enlightenment, gaining this self-realization, and then the ultimate liberation. And usually this lighting of the lamps is done with ghee or with sesame oil. And when one is offering prayers to Bhagavan Shiva, then Rudrabhishekam is performed every day, Bilva Puja is done, and when offering prayers to Bhagavan Vishnu, Vishnu Sahasranamam is chanted during this whole month. And those who are offering prayers to Bhagavan Krishna, they also chant the Damodara Ashtakam. Besides that, there is worshipping of the Tulsi tree, Tulsi plant, and putting a lamp near the Tulsi in the evenings. There is worshipping of the Amla tree, which is also known as Kalpavriksha and Amrutaphala. There is charity given to Brahmanas, Sadhus, Gomata, and various other needy people. Many of these are listed in the Skanda Purana. Along the banks of the river, Ganga river, many hanging lamps are put up, and these are called as Akash Deep. So the Akash Deep ritual ends on Kartik Purnima, and this is also referred to as Deva Deepavali Day. Because of the 3 asuras being killed, then all of the devatas and all the celestial beings and all the beings, human beings, they all celebrate this as Deva Deepavali. Another very significant aspect is Adi Shakti manifests as Lalitamba on this Kartika Purnami, and she is referred to as the sovereign ruler or the empress of the whole creation. So let us all celebrate this whole Kartika month with purity and devotion, and receive the grace and blessings of Bhagavan Shiva and Bhagavan Vishnu and all the other devatas who are worshipped on each one on each day during this Kartika month. Let them remove the obstacles and let them lead us to enlightenment. Jai Gurudev, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu.